Hello, lovelies. Welcome to another episode of Wedding Wednesday Q&A, where we answer your wedding questions. Today's question is how to write a wedding toast or speech for the newlyweds. Great question. If you will become a person of honor at your best friend's wedding, or maybe just for a close friend, and is currently thinking about how to write a wedding toast, you have landed at the right place. The sentiments associated with writing wedding toasts can be humbling, tear-jerking, and of course exciting. We will help you compose the perfect wedding toast and speech for the newlyweds that will be quite memorable and filled with equal parts heartfelt humor. From an epic wedding speech to the time required and speaking etiquette in front of the whole crowd, we got the tips for you. Yes, thousands of wedding speech ideas are available on the internet. But you want yours to be unique and lighthearted and will leave a lasting impression, right? Well, stick around and we're going to go over tips and tricks on how to write the perfect wedding toast or speech for the newlyweds. Let's start by going over your flow. Start by congratulating the couple. Your bestie is finally married. All the air is filled with love and happiness. Begin your wedding toast by congratulating the couple. Express what it feels like to see them get married and how great it is to see true love through their eyes. Start with introducing yourself. Share how you met the couple and how you developed the friendship. The crowd would love to get to know the newlyweds better with personal stories like this. Next is you can also relive the first time you met them together. Share with the crowd how you first saw them together or how you were introduced. To make it more exciting, share a background story on when your friend said that they officially fell in love and eventually have decided that they have found the one. Don't forget to share funny stories. It is quite simple. Just customize your speech by including funny anecdotes and cute stories. However, remember not to include any major embarrassing stories. Guests will love all these stories and will help them enjoy the night because they feel more connected. Next is to go over their amazing qualities. Associate a specific story that will prove the amazing quality that you would like to share and showcase. If you want to share how they're loyal, share a specific story where their loyalty stood out and how appreciative you are of them. Don't forget to compliment the other partner and include how they are perfect for each other. Why don't you end your toast by sharing your hopes for their future? End your wedding speech with an optimistic and/or romantic quote, something that's truly heartwarming and perfect for them. Hopes, encouragement, and advice, these all sound great, but why not add how you will always be there to support and cheer them on? Now that we have set the flow, let's go over etiquette and tips. Let's start with a time limit. The ideal time limit for a wedding speech is between 3 to 5 minutes, and for wedding toasts, you can keep it under 3 minutes. Try to keep it meaningful and sentimental, but not too long. And this is not just for the audience, but also for you and the next speaker. Keeping the audience engaged and almost prepping them for the next speaker will help the energy up. Next is to pronounce the words clearly. If you're someone who speaks with great speed, try to slow down so that you can be heard and related to better. If you're comfortable with the pace when reading the speech off your phone, then totally go for it. However, if you feel like you get a little too excited and have a tendency to read fast, handwrite your speech and use actual index cards. Switching the cards over is actually a pause that you do. Even if you don't plan to, you get to do it because you have to switch the cards, which means you're actually pausing without thinking about it. You can also adjust the writing and add extra spacing to help you slow down if you feel like you're reading too fast. Keep your audience engaged by strategically adding pauses and emphasis on your punchlines. consider using index cards or typing it out with a more spread out spacing and bigger fonts. Let's talk about privacy. Be conscious of the stories and details that you will share. Of course, this goes without saying that general public knowledge is best when sharing stories. Not bringing up anything that might be something held privately in your circle only is best. Don't forget to allot time for editing. When you sit down to write, many wedding speech ideas and incidents will pop up in your mind. Don't worry, write them all down, but don't forget to edit them later. The best way to do this is by considering only the important events and eliminating the extras. Start by drafting something so you can start with a generic framework. As you start writing more, memories and thoughts will start to show up, and you will find yourself, all the thoughts and memories do not come all at the same time. Allow yourself time to go back to the draft and edit it. Last of the list, but probably the most important, is to practice. Writing a wedding toast or speech for the newlyweds isn't just about the writing, because you will have to eventually get up in front of the guests and actually do the speech. It's natural to feel slightly overwhelmed in front of a large crowd, and the only way to overcome this anxious feeling is to practice the wedding speech regularly. You will be amazed by the confidence and clarity of your words after practicing. Start by recording yourself and feel comfortable with how you talk and present yourself. Don't forget to time it and edit, cut, or add accordingly. Ending the speech is just as important as starting it. So our final tip is, after you are done with the wedding speech or the toast, ask the audience to raise their glass and toast the wonderful couple. Asking audience participation is always a great way to engage the crowd. And voila, you are done. Don't forget to pat yourself on the back. You did it. Have a great time and enjoy special moments like this. As always, we are here for you and we love inspiring you to celebrate life and love. Until next time, lovelies. Bye.